Chad's website is www.chadlewisresearch.com. And Chad, where can people get copies of Pepe, the lake monster of the Mississippi River?
Sure. If you can find a bookstore anymore, you can get it there. Otherwise, online on my website, Amazon, wherever you go, you can pick it up.
What do you think the future of Pepe is, my friend?
Well, I'd like to see somebody capitalize on that reward and capture something that will get them $50,000 in their bank account. But I think that it's going to grow as your show and others start reporting on it. More and more people are going to keep an eye open for it, and I hope we get a lot more sightings and finally solve this mystery. But yet, part of me hopes that it continues on forever.
Chad, before we say so long, and it's been a great hour having you, would love to have you back in the future. What is your opinion of that very famous haunting called the Amityville haunting?
Yes, well, many of your listeners should know that that's a little before my time. I haven't personally been there to investigate. But what I find fascinating, not only with the DeFeo family's story and the whole Amityville, which is now 2 new documentaries that have recently come out on it, but that they're tied into these places that have a story of suicides or deaths or serial murders or gangster hits, all these things that end abruptly that seem to force, maybe leave some type of imprint on the location. But as far as I know on the case, that the most recent owners have not reported anything. But that may be that, again, it's certain people are open to it or certain people attract it. I don't know. What is your take on it?
My take is, after researching it from the analytical side and seeing the different documents pertaining to the Defoe family, pertaining to the real estate deal, pertaining to their financial records, I just think it was a real estate deal gone bad, and they had to do something to get out of it.
Yeah, a best-selling book and a movie certainly wouldn't hurt.
Oh, it didn't. I bet you it didn't. What do you think in the future people will see proof of when it comes to the paranormal? Do you think there will be anything concrete in the very near future?
Well, you've done this show long enough and talked to enough researchers that you know there's a daily grind and a lot of burnout. Looking back at some of these cases that go back hundreds of years that we haven't solved, I don't have high expectations that we're going to solve it anytime in the future. And maybe we're not supposed to. I don't know. But as I look at my research, I don't see it coming to an end anytime soon.
Well, that's good because, people like you who are scholars, who actually know how to perform the research, who look at it, the topic and the subject in a very professional manner, are required in this industry, in this field, because there's a lot of people out there who, based on the information that they read in what I call the world's largest septic tank, the internet, believe they become experts on it. And in my opinion, these people are dangerous. They're more of a danger than the monster itself, or the haunting, or whatever it is they're investigating. A little bit of knowledge is too dangerous.
Yes, and that's why you see, I think, especially with ghost groups, that many of them have popped up in the last year or two doing home investigations for people when they really, as you said, have no experience in this field.
Chad, I want to thank you ever so much for joining us. It's been a great pleasure talking to you. Come back and see us again. You've got an open invitation.
Hey, keep an eye out.
I will. Exonation, Chad Lewis has been our guest. He is the co-author with Noah Voss of Pepe, the lake monster of the Mississippi River. www.chadlewisresearch.com. I'll be back on the other side of this commercial break with the news as we continue here in the X Zone from our broadcast center in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Don't go away.